watched this movie and I hollered out loud. It was so funny.
I'm
It
so
was,
glad.
it was like Weekend at Bernie's, the Jewish edition.
Yes, exactly.
We're gonna write that on our billboard.
It was hilarious. But I want to know, with all the craziness that happened in this film during the holidays and everything, what is the craziest holiday that you two ladies have experienced? There has to be at least one where y'all were like, is this really happening right now?
Okay,
Jeez.
here's the thing about being a Soviet Jew in America. My family grew up without any religion at all because of communism. Super fun. Then when we came to America, we discovered all of the religion at the same time. So every year is the craziest year for us because we celebrate New Year's, Hanukkah, and Christmas
Oh, wow.
all on December 31st.
Oh, wow.
So this year I was wearing a Hanukkah tutu dress in front of a Christmas tree, counting down to the new year.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's great.
That's
Can I
it.
try? Is there a
Please.
picture of that?
No, you just have to come next year.
I'll have to come. Yeah.
How
Well,
about
let's
you,
see.
Kyra?
So one year I was on location somewhere and I had Kevin was there with me and I had the two little kids and we were I was doing something to talk about that movie with Julia Roberts and someone told me to cook my turkey in a plastic bag. Okay, so that happened, but actually it was like a cooking bag, but it was gross. It was like it like fell apart too much, we made it too moist, if that's possible with a turkey. There's a reason why they're dry. They're supposed to be dry. But then the other thing I did was that I made, not a great baker, made pumpkin pie, thought that I should do we weren't allowed to use actual sugar for the people that we were having over, so I used the same ratio of sweet and low to sugar, and it was inedible, one can imagine. Yeah.
Cool.
Those are
learned a
two
lot.
disasters. Yeah, we learned a lot.
those
Yes.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
We
my
learned to
goodness,
eat out
that
of the
is
kitchen Thanksgiving.
Although
that
we
is hilarious.
over Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
we hosted a Thanksgiving
That's right, we
event
did.
of like 40 something
We
people.
did, but I don't do the cooking there. Everyone else does the cooking.
Oh,
Everybody else does the cooking. Yeah. I do the cheerleading and I provide the tables and the chairs.
Not the cheerleading in the tables and chairs. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of dinners, when I watched that dinner table scene, I know that wasn't a one take situation. I know it probably took hours, maybe a couple of days to shoot that. At what point were y'all just like cracking up? You got to, because you're sitting there a really long time. At one point, somebody had to have said some line and you just like fell out laughing.
I do remember, I think the highlight of maybe the whole movie for me was Method Man Cliff has a line where he talks about, and this is maybe a little bit of a spoiler, talks about his former foreskin and where he keeps it.
Oh my God.
And
bless you for remembering these things.
Everyone was
it's so
pitching
good.
lines. And so every take, he would say a different place that he keeps his foreskin. So I was like, on my grandmother's shelf, in a trophy case, in the small pocket of my jeans.
Oh my God.
I remember that scene. That was funny because my mouth went blam blam. I was like, did he? I had to roll it back. I'm like, did he just say that? Did he really just say that? It was funny. It was pretty
Good
funny.
jokes. So the movie,
Was there a moment? Was there a moment for you, Kyra? Do you?
You know, I remember just wanting to. It was very hard to try to match action. You know, that was where my brain was going. Like, we're never going to match action. This isn't going to cut. You know, my director brain was like, how is this going to work? But yeah, we had a lot of laughs on it. It was very fun.
It looked like it was fun. And now, one other thing I wanted to know is, with family gatherings and people that are new in the family or people that don't even belong in the family but are invited for the shenanigans, there's always this one person, just like in the film, there's that one person that y'all are like, why are they here? Why every time we have a get together, they're always the ones that starting some stuff.
That's right.
I know y'all got somebody like that, and I'll just kick it off for you to make it easier for you. That person in my family is my daddy. My daddy
Right.
is the person that they're like, oh Lord, here come Uncle Kirk. I'm like, you know what? My father just because my father likes to sing and he wants to be the entertainment, and we don't always want to be entertained by him.
Right. That's right. Exactly. His version of entertainment may not be your version of entertainment.
You know, like he thinks he's Sam Cooke. I'm like, we don't need Sam Cooke right now, Daddy. We don't need him. We don't need him. But I'm wondering if y'all have somebody like that in your family, that when you have these get-togethers, there's always that one person.
You take that one. I feel like you have somebody.
This is a trap, first of all, Carla. I know when I'm walking into a trap, and this is the trap that you've laid for. Oh, go ahead and just publicly trash your
You don't have to say the name.
wanted relative.
You don't have to say the name. It don't even
say
have to
this.
be a relative. It could be a friend with no name. It could be an amalgamation of people. I'm not trying
No,
to
I'm
trap
gonna
you,
throw under the
sis.
bus. I'm gonna throw my 3-year-old under the bus.
Oh, there you go.
Because there is no way I'm even sitting at any table for long enough for any conversation, any reminiscing to happen when there's a 3-year-old literally throwing food and running in circles around. So I'm sorry, son, if you see this in many years, know that I love you. But Carla laid a deep, deep trap for me, and I walked right into it.
I often find myself droning on and thinking, why am I talking? Why am I'm still talking about this thing that like is totally not interesting or charming or anything.
You do that.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah. I'm like, so I often ask myself the question, why am I talking?
That is hilarious. And last but not
Very
least,
classy to throw yourself under the bus.
Yeah,
that is
thanks.
very classy to throw yourself under the bus. That I was like, who's she gonna say? And she was like, said herself. I was like, oh,
Carla was
Kyra,
like,
I see you.
Kevin,
I
say
see
Kevin,
you.
Kevin.
I see you. There's something to be said about your character, Kyra, Ellen, with that Jewish mama guilt. And I know it all too well because Black women have that Black mama guilt too.
Yeah.
Like our mothers will throw us under the bus and make us feel guilty about the slightest little thing. I'm just wondering if for both of you, if there was a moment that your mother made you feel so guilty that you're literally even now still walking around with that and it haunting you to this day.
Oh my God, all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time. She calls me up and she's like, by any miracle, could you possibly be free for lunch today? It's like, it's such a setup. It's like, I can't, I mean, she calls me up on the day of, and then by any miracle, and then, oh, I didn't think so. I mean, it's always
Do you
stuff
even
like that.
care?
Yeah, right, exactly. But are you gonna change everything in your day? I mean, she's constantly like that. I mean, I remember to this day, we didn't tell her that we were getting married before. We announced it at a New Year, at a Christmas Eve party, which was the stupidest thing to do. What were we thinking announcing that we were getting married at a Christmas Eve party?
And
Like,
you were already married.
no, we were not already married, but we were
Oh.
that we were going to get married, and she didn't know beforehand. And to this day, she's like, and you didn't tell me beforehand. You didn't warn me. You didn't let me know that, you had this big announcement. And I don't really blame her about that one, because that was kind of that was an interesting choice on our part. We thought everyone would be happy though. So
Nope, not
They're happy now though, right?
yeah, they're happy now. But I think at the moment my mom was like, her whole face fell like, what? Wait, what? What just happened? She wasn't prepared. So
That is hilarious. How about you, my dear?
Oh, well, my mom is a master of guilt and manipulation. In an everyday phone call, she'll call me and be like, Milana, I haven't heard from you in 3 days. Do you remember you have a mother? Or
oh my God, that's so
do
good.
you care if I die? It's like, it's extreme.
Oh my God,
It's
she was
big.
right there.
It's big. And now that I have a kid, it's like, why are you keeping him from me?
Wow.
It's weird. And then the next level is, and when will you have another? Will you give me a girl? As though I've had my children to give to her.
Oh my God.
Because everything that is mine is hers.
Wow, wow,
It's big.
wow, wow,
It's
wow.
big.
That is pure.
Meanwhile, moms
comedy.
are amazing, by the way. We are amazing.
We are amazing.
Listen,
Yeah.
Our kids will not say any of these things about us.
Well, I
listen,
think
moms
we
are
saw this-
great. Moms are great. They are the reason we are who we are. But
Totally.
that doesn't stop them from being shady every once in a while.
Right. Yes, exactly.
Everybody's
I'm
shady
just
once in a while.
saying.
I recently
Exactly.
saw Wanda Sykes say this in a movie where she was like, your mom didn't used to be crazy, but then she had you and you didn't sleep for 6 months.
That's so
And
good.
then you went off and ran to the middle of the street. And then
Yeah.
you had your baby. And then you went even crazier.
See.
And then maybe your mama wasn't crazy. Maybe you made her crazy.
Oh my God, that's so good.
And
that's so
you
true.
got to find the original clip because it's so.
That's
Oh,
so
I've seen
good.
it. I saw that comedy special, and you're right. It is pure comedy. She's like,
That
no,
sounds
moms
amazing.
weren't always crazy, but maybe you the person that made her crazy. You're absolutely
Right, exactly.
I've
and
definitely
I
gotten
would
crazy.
be and I would be absolutely crazy to keep the conversation going after that answer because that was brilliant.
Yeah, that was
Thank you,
brilliant.
ladies, so much.
Thank
and
you.
I loved Good Shabbos. It was a really wonderfully intelligently written, comedically stoked film, and I enjoyed every single solitary second of it.
That
Thank
means
you
the
so
world.
much.
Thank you, Carla.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. All right, see you next time.
Bye-bye.